What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to my second video. So, short update. I finished my landing page, I finished my offer, and now I'm sending out cold DMs to generate leads, which hopefully turn into customers someday or as soon as possible. And then I'm being officially freelancing. But today it's not only about that, it's about how I got to this point where I am right now. Poor, homeless, no job, no, just kidding. It's about how to find your passion and how to turn it into a business or into a project that you can keep on working and that is profitable in the long term. I think that's one of the biggest questions I had in the last 5 years. What do I truly want to do? And of course, just trying out different things helped a lot. But at the end, it's about thinking in an ecosystem. And this is a term that I don't know if people use it, but I just kind of defined it that way. That if you think in an ecosystem, you will find clarity at the end. And for me, it started all by basically mind mapping. So thinking as an ecosystem is just mind mapping, in other words. But let's get to it. So that's me in the middle, Benji, if you don't know my name. And I always started like this, that I just write down my name in the middle and like characteristics or hobbies or things I identify with around it. So here will be basketball. It will be working in sports. It will be health and business. I have the most horrible writing ever. So please don't hate. So somehow Benji is connected to business, health, basketball, and working in sports. And usually it starts like this. I play basketball, right? I played as a player. I coached. And I watched basketball, right? For now, maybe 10 years or more. I got into health. I started listening to podcasts, books. Health also got me into cooking. Business, always interested in business, about stories, success stories. Helped me kind of understand like how businesses work, social media / marketing. And just interested in building, how people build businesses. And working in sports because sports is just my passion. So how do you get from this to clarity is the question. You just try out in these different areas, right? I mean, in basketball, or like, let's start with health. Health got me into reading more books about health, about personal development, right? And personal development helped me working on myself. Got me into cooking food, cooking good food, healthy food. Got me into podcasting. I listen to podcasts maybe on a daily basis, and podcasting helped me create a basketball podcast, right? Because I knew it's just having a conversation, being authentic and just talking about something you liked. So I translated it to basketball. Shout out to Demba. We've created now podcasts for nearly 6 years. And with the podcast, the idea was to start a community, right? Which we have failed at the moment. Just homies are listening to it. And yeah, the business side got me into how can I start a business with basically no money, because I don't have a lot of money. So I got into newsletters. Guys, honestly, that wasn't my first move. I started with trying to trade, trying to do drop shipping, trying to build a SaaS company, but it didn't work for me. Yeah, and don't stress yourself. Don't, of course, it can work for some people and maybe it works for you, but you have to enjoy the process. You have to enjoy the journey. You have to like want to learn the skill. And at the end, it was email marketing for me. It's one of the most boring topics in the world, but still it's so long lasting and it's still so present and so powerful. And in my opinion, so underrated. I mean, it's the number one way of communicating with when it's work related, even when it's personal, when you have to pay your bills or if you have to talk to some kind of tax consultant. It's the number one way of communicating, and we send up to 8 billion mails a day. It's incredible. And still, people are just talking about social media. Emails is here to stay. And I still kind of don't understand how brands don't understand it, right? So that's the reason why I chose email. I just fell in love with it. I tried it out. I started a health and well-being newsletter, which I send out on a weekly basis called Organics, if you want to check it out. Self-promoting. What else? So yeah, working into sports. I started as an intern in social media and marketing for an ice sports company, but then found a job in a non-profit organization. And that's where I kind of developed the passion for purposeful projects. So this led to the non-profit, and the non-profit led to founding a non-profit in basketball, which is Ballin Beyond Borders, guys. Shout out to my co-founder Basti. So combined basketball with non-profit purpose, with business as well. And the goal is to build a community. So as you see, it's starting to take like form of an ecosystem. And basically it's just mind mapping. Mind mapping really helped me a lot finding what I really want to do and connect the dots. It also helped me like gain clarity about what will matter in the future for me as well. So by learning about business, reading stories, learning on how people build businesses, about marketing, I noticed it's all about data, right? I mean, the most powerful companies are based just on data. And we're living in a data age, right? I mean, AI wouldn't work without data. Yeah, social media wouldn't work without data. And that's the most valuable asset at the moment. And so I chose email marketing because you can subtract data over the long term by building a good relationship with a customer or subscriber and turn them into an advocate as well. So data will matter. Data matters now and will matter forever, in my opinion, if it's about business. But what else will matter if in the future, with the age of AI, which is evolving in the craziest pace, guys? It's crazy. I mean, right now, Basti just wrote me like he's working with Claude Cowork and how it's gonna, it's gonna take over basically. You don't need a startup team. You just need yourself and the multiple AI agents that work alongside, and you're gonna be fucking successful, depending on what you want to do, of course. But it's crazy, guys. It's so crazy. Or if you kind of compare the humanoid robot from last year and this year's, they're doing backflips. I don't know if that's fake, but I could imagine that we're making exponentially progress, right? But at the same time, exponentially progress means also exponentially problems progressing. So what's one problem I want to tackle in the future is something you should ask yourself as well, right? I mean, solving a problem that is present at the moment, great. Not great, good. But solving a problem that will exist in the future, that's truly great, because AI is here to solve problems and it's solving it at like light speed. It's crazy. So one thing we want to focus on, or I want to focus on with my different projects, which is Ballin Beyond Borders, Organics, and currently my email marketing agency or freelance, is we want to build connection, because we humans truly want one thing, and that's to feel connected to each other. I mean, just imagine yourself, you are in a room full of strangers and you feel so disconnected. You're not on the same vibe with somebody. That's horrible. Ideally, you are with people around you. I mean, your family, your friends, you probably are on the same vibe, right? And that's where you feel the most human, the safest. And that's the reason why community-based companies are so successful. I mean, look at all these running clubs, these HYROX clubs, these Pilates clubs, everything. They're all based on bringing people together, doing one thing that people truly enjoy, and build connection. So connection and community is a truly valuable asset in the future. So with basketball, we're going to try to build a long-lasting community that wants to improve the world through basketball. With the Healthy Newsletter, I want to build a connection with my subscriber. My goal is to make your inbox healthier and build a connection. And with all organic media, the idea is to turn customers into communities through long-lasting connection. Well, building a connection, and they turn that customers don't only buy once here, buy once there, or come back like twice. They stay with you because they value you, they value your mission, your brand, your purpose, and that's how you're going to build a connection, long lasting. So yeah, that's basically it for the moment. That's how thinking in ecosystem changed my life. Started the podcast led into community, learning more about community. Working in business helped me learn about marketing data. Data led me to email marketing. Health led me to newsletters. So it's all kind of mixed, right? I mean, in life, many things are just kind of like connected with each other, right? So it's about having those connections, but also having clarity at the same time. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you soon.